Good evening to all of you. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in today class, we will continue the last topic that we were going to discuss object oriented programming concept in Python that we had discussed in yesterday class. If you have any doubt in yesterday class topics, you can discuss with me. Otherwise, I will continue this topic. अगर आपको किसी कल के किसी टॉपिक में आपको कोई प्रॉब्लम आई है तो देन यू कैन आस्क टू मी, अदरवाइज आई एम कंटिन्यूइंग द नेक्स्ट टॉपिक इन दिस यूनिट. नो प्रॉब्लम. So I am going to continue the today topic. We will discuss about inheritance technique in object oriented programming. This is very popular, and what is the use of inheritance we will discuss in today lecture. So this is very important terminology used in Python object oriented programming. So first of all, we will discuss what is inheritance. So inheritance का मतलब क्या होता है? Inheritance is a technique to take the properties and methods of one class into other class. What it mean? For example, I have made a antivirus program in 2020, and now in 2021 I have one other class, and old class was in 2020. So I want that all the features of 2020 antivirus automatically comes in my 2021 antivirus class. So this is the mechanism that old class give their properties and methods to the new classes, so that old feature will also work and the new updation also work. So it gives the word term reusability. The most important thing of inheritance is that is reusability. Reusability, that is we can reuse the classes according to our requirements. In inheritance we use one base class and one is derived class. So base class, from which we take properties and methods, and derived class who take these properties and methods. So here two terms, that is one is base class, which is we can say that is in which is inherited, and derived class who inherits, so this is the basic terminology that you have to understand in this inheritance mechanism. So inheritance is the technique, एक तरीका है एक क्लास की प्रॉपर्टीज और मेथड्स को दूसरी क्लास के लिए अवेलेबल करवाना। इसका सबसे मेन एडवांटेज है, क्वेश्चन वाई में पूछा जाता है, व्हाट इज द मेन एडवांटेज, व्हाट इज द यूज ऑफ इनहेरिटेंस? द आंसर इज रीयूजेबिलिटी, दैट इज वी कैन रीयूज द ओल्ड कोड without writing the code again. We can directly use that old code into newer class to give the functionality of old class also, and we can add some new functionality in new class also. So here we have two things, that is one is base class and second one is derived class. We will understand is this by example. So how we create, first question is types of inheritance. So we have three type of inheritance. First one is single inheritance, in single inheritance we have one base class and one the class that is derived from it, that one derived class, this is the form of single inheritance, that we have one base class from which we acquire the properties plus methods into derived class. And second type of inheritance, so one by one we will discuss. So first of all I am going to discuss single inheritance. So question is how to create single inheritance in Python. Syntax is like that. You will write left side derived class, first you will write class keyword, then derived class, then in bracket parenthesis you will write base class. Here you will write base class. This is the syntax, class keyword, then write derived class, and in parenthesis this base class. This base class give its properties and method plus methods into derived class. We will understand this by practical example. Suppose we have one base class, that is we have create one class person, and in the person class we have take ID and name. ID initial value I have taken none, and this value also none. In this class we have defined one function, that is def print val, in which I will pass self, and I will print id equals to self dot id that we had discussed yesterday, and similarly print name comma self dot name. This is the base class. This one is the base class. Now suppose I will give some value here. ID value 10 and name is suppose Ajay. So now I am taking derived class. Suppose this class is employee, and inside the bracket I will write this base class, that is person. So now all the properties of person class, what are the properties of person class? That is its ID or its name is available to employee class, and method print val is also available to the derived class. So this is the advantage. So how we write the single inheritance? You will write class keyword, then derived class. This is derived class, and this one is base class. So now in derived class I have take another property, designation. Suppose I have taken designation as a manager, and in this derived class I have taken one another method, print designation, in which I am passing self as a reference, and simply it will print designation equal to, then comma self dot des. Now we have, this is base class and this one is derived class. So this is the concept of single inheritance, in which one derived class inherits the property of one base class. Now when I will create the object, here I will create the object of which class? I will always create the class object of derived class. So we have, suppose I have created the object like emp1 equals to employee. I have create the object of derived class, and when I will write dot, then we have available two function here. Which one? One function of base class, that is print val. This function is also available because this is the beauty of inheritance, that the base class give the properties and methods into derived class. So this print val method is also available for derived class, and its properties also available for derived class. So I will access this method using emp dot print val, and also its own method dot, that is print designation. So it will display the output. So this is about single inheritance. I am going to give you practical implementation so that you will understand it correctly. So we are going to PyCharm. So Python script to create single inheritance. Everyone understand what is the mean of inheritance now? What is the mean of inheritance? Everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
Inheritance का मतलब क्या है? Inheritance is the properties or technique by which we can acquire the properties of one class into another class. एक ऐसी टेक्निक है जिसके थ्रू हम एक क्लास की प्रॉपर्टीज और मेथड को दूसरी क्लास में यूज कर रहे हैं. क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं? क्या फायदा है? क्या व्हाट इज द एडवांटेज ऑफ दिस? वी कैन रीयूज द कोड without writing the code again. So this is the advantage. So here's first of all I will create base class, that is person. Base class, this is base class, and in this base class I have taken id, suppose 101, and name, suppose I have taken the name Ajay, and I have taken one method, that is printval, and simply I have print this id self dot id. Everyone understand what is the meaning of self? What is the use of self? Please give reply. What is the use of self? Please give reply. This is name. So this is our base class. Now I am going to create derived class, that is class keyword then employee, and inside that I have given the base class, that is person, that I have already created, and I will use these properties of this base class. Now derive class. In this derived class I have taken the variable designation. Suppose I have taken the value, that is manager, and here I have taken one method, and this method I have just print the designation equals to comma self. So what is self? Self is a reference type which take the reference of current class instance, current class object, which take क्या है? सेल्फ एक क्या है? रेफरेंस टाइप, दैट पॉइंटर टाइप है जो कि एड्रेस रख रहा है किसका? करंट क्लास ऑब्जेक्ट का जो हम यूज कर रहे हैं. सो सेल्फ डॉट designation I have created. So now I will create the object of derived class. Suppose object name I have taken emp1. You don't mugging this. आप कुछ भी ले सकते हैं नाम, यहाँ पे आप कोई भी नाम ले सकते हैं यहाँ पे ऑब्जेक्ट का नाम. देन क्लास नेम, दैट इज एम्प्लॉय. Now we have created object of derived class. Now when I will type obj1 dot, you can see I have available all the properties of base class also. Name and id is the property of base class, and designation is the property. You can see here that name is a property of person class, an id is also property of person class, but it is available in derived class. Why? Because we have used here single inheritance. That's mean the property of base class person and id now available in derived class. Also you can see print val is a method of derived base class. So now it is also available in derived class. Print as is a method of employee class. So when I will this and obj1 dot so using single inheritance base class method available. So when I will execute this, you can see the base class value, that is id 101, name Ajay, and designation is manager. So these two properties now available in derived class, so we can access this, and we can also change these properties also from here with the help of a derived class object. So obj1 dot, suppose I want to change name, so I will change the name Amit now, and obj1 dot id I want to change, suppose I have taken the id 120. So when I will execute this, you can see now because we are calling the method of print des, that is the method of base class. So it is giving the values of base class, that is id 101, and name Ajay, that is of base class. If we will define other functions in derived class, so we can change also these values. We will discuss later is this also. So now you understand everyone the use of single inheritance. Everyone understand और डाउट किसी को पूछना है? सिंगल इनहेरिटेंस क्लियर हुआ?
Yes, sir.
Anyone have a doubt? Please ask or give me message if you have any problem. So this is about single inheritance, and after that we will discuss second, that is multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance we have many base classes, as we can take, suppose this is base class 1, this is base class 2, and this is base class 3. Any number of base class we can take, base n, and these all are inherited in derived class, one derived class. So in multiple inheritance we have many base classes and one derived class. So this is called multiple. That's why it is called multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance. For example, we can understand this with the following syntax. Its syntax is like that. You will write derived class, first you write keyword class, then derived class, and in parenthesis you will write base class 1 comma base class 2 dot dot base class n, any number of classes you can take. So this is the syntax of multiple inheritance. We will understand by practical example so that you will understand. Suppose we have one class, base class, that is student class, student, and in this class I have taken one property name, and one method I have taken this is one method, and I am just printing the value of name self dot name. Now we have another class, this is base class. Now I am taking another base class, that is class that is course. In this class I have variable course type. Suppose I have taken UG, its value is UG. So in this class also we have method def print course, and I'm just printing this course equals to self dot course underscore type. So now this is also base class. So any number of base class we can take according to our question requirements. In this example I am taking 2 base classes. So now I am taking class marks. So this is the multiple. Now I will write parenthesis, and in parenthesis first I write student, then comma, then second one is course. So this is multiple inheritance. So in this class suppose I have taken one variable total marks. Suppose its value is 170 I have taken. So in this class also I have method def print marks. So I will simply print marks equals to self dot total marks. So this is derived class. So when now I will create the object of this marks class. Obj dot equals to marks object of derived class marks. So when I will write obj dot, now we have all the properties of and method of student class also available, and all the properties and methods all of course class also available. So obj dot first method of base class of student, that is print name, and second method of course class, that is print course. So I can just type print name, so it will print the name. Similarly obj dot print course, so it will print the course. And last one obj dot, last one is obj dot print marks, print marks, so it will print the marks. So this is the example of multiple inheritance. Why we are saying multiple inheritance? Because in right side we have more than one class, more than one class. If we have only one class, this is single inheritance, but here now we have right side two class, that is the example of multiple inheritance. We will understand this practically in PyCharm so that you will understand it. So this is the suppose I am taking multiple inheritance. So first we create the base class student, and suppose I have taken the name here, and the method is print name, and here I just print the name. And second class, that is I will create class course. This is also base class, and in this class I have taken the variable course, course type. Suppose I have taken the value UG, and in this class we have method. We can take the method like that. Method is print course, this is the method. And now the third class, that is derived class, that is marks class, and in this marks class we have inherited two classes, that is student, and second one is course class. So this is multiple inheritance by marks class. Here I have taken variable like total marks. Suppose I have taken the value total marks, suppose I have taken 170. So print marks method I have taken, and here marks equal to self dot total marks. So I will create the object of derived class, that is marks class. So first method I will call of base class print name. So print base class student method, and then obj1 dot second method is, now you can see all the methods. This total marks is a method of marks class, print name is a method of student class, and course type is a method of course class. So all are available in derived class, so we can use print base class course method, and third one its own method obj1 dot, that is total marks. So when I will execute this, it is giving some errors. Print name position arguments. What is the mean of print name? Print name is base class method of student, print name is missing one required positional argument self. Okay, because we have not given parenthesis here, so str object is not callable. This error come on. What type of error coming? Line 20, obj1 dot course type print base class course method type error str object is not callable. Which one method? Course type sorry, its method name is not a, this is a property actually. This is method name is print course is the method name. So when I will execute, you can see here total marks is not also method. Total marks is not a method. Method name is print marks. So now you can see name Ajay, name marks, name Ajay, why are to printing two times? Print course, in print course what we have taken, sorry, we have write wrong code here. Course equals to self dot course type, we have to write there. So when I will execute this, you can see finally the output name Ajay and name Ajay is a property of base class, and we are accessing this base class property using the base class method. That is, method was base class method is print name. Now this print name and this property name Ajay is available to the this derived class marks, and same course, the output, second output, that is course equals to UG. This course is a property of another base class, that is course class. Here course type is property and its method is print course. So both are available for derived class marks. So this is the example of multiple inheritance. Everyone understand, or किसी को confuse है then ask to me. Multiple inheritance समझ में आया या नहीं आया? Then please give reply to me. Here we have one first base class, that is student class. In this student class we have property name Ajay, and its method name is print name, which will simply print the name of student. And other base class that already have defined, that is course class. In this course base class we have taken one variable property, that is course type, and its values I have taken UG, and def print course is a method of this course class. Now the main thing about multiple inheritance, that in class marks, this line will create multiple inheritance. Why? Because in right side you can see two classes available which are inherited into marks class. So in marks class we have taken another variable, that is total marks. So it is working like that. We are the main thing is that we are creating the object of marks class, that is derived class, and this with the help of this object of derived class we are accessing the properties and methods of all the basic class of student and course class. Understand everyone, or doubt? Then please give reply me. किसी को कोई डाउट है इसमें?
Yes, sir.
Everyone understand? Only one student is giving reply. Remaining have clear or still confusion? बाकियों को समझ में आया है या नहीं आया है? Okay, so this is about multiple inheritance, and last one, that is multi-level inheritance. Third one category is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, this is type of single inheritance but in multiple level. So this is nothing new type. This is base class, and this is derived class. This is base class, this is derived class, but this is about single inheritance, but in multi-level inheritance we will again continue then again some derived class. So why we are saying this multi-level inheritance? Because for this class, this is first, this is second, and this one is third. So for second class, base class is first one is a base class, and for class third, the base class is now, this is derived class, but for class 3 it is working as a base class. So that's why it is called multi-level. Here one level, second level, and third level. For one level base class this is, and for second level the base class for derived class is 1, and for level third the base class is 2. So this is the mechanism by multi-level inheritance work. Okay, we will understand this practically in PyCharm. So I am going to tell you how it will work. So we will create multi-level inheritance now. We can understand with example like that, so you will understand. Multi-level tense. So suppose we have one class that is student base class. Now suppose it has property name Ajay and method print name. So I am not writing all the code. So this is student 1. Now the second class, that is suppose class course, this is derived class, so it is taking the, it is inherited from student class, and it's one property that is course type. Suppose UG I have taken here, and it has also method def print course self. Now another derived class marks, and it is derived from course class, not student class. So now you can understand this is already derived class, but for this marks class it is working as a base class. In this class I have variable total marks. Suppose I have taken 120, and its method def total marks print self. So now you can see we have multiple levels now. In first level we have created student base class, and it has name property and method. This is name and this is method. In this derived class course we have this base class, and this is derived class. So now again for marks class, the course class which is derived class, now it become base class, and this is derived class. So this is the level, multiple level. This is multi-level inheritance. This is example of multi-level inheritance. We will practically understand in PyCharm. Multi-level inheritance. So student base class I have taken, then derived class I will take, which inherit from student class, and here we have course type, same thing. Okay, next the class marks, which is again derived from course class. So this is example here, multi-level. Now multi-level tense, multi-level inheritance here. So now I am making the object of marks class. Now I am creating the object of marks class, and with the help of this marks class object I can access the method of student class also. But you can see here I am not directly inherit the student class using marks class, but you can understand this by कैसे हो रहा है ये, बिकॉज स्टूडेंट क्लास इनहेरिट हो रही है कौन सी क्लास में, कोर्स क्लास में. तो कोर्स क्लास में इसका मतलब इट्स मीन कोर्स क्लास टेक द प्रॉपर्टीज एंड मेथड्स ऑफ स्टूडेंट क्लास. This is one level, and in second level we are again derived the marks class from course class. So course class is already derived class which has properties of its own class and the properties and methods of student class. So for marks class we have automatically acquired the properties of base class student also, because कोर्स क्लास इज ए ड्राइव क्लास. कोर्स क्लास क्या है, ड्राइव क्लास है जो कि पहले से ही क्या है, एक्वायर कर रही है प्रॉपर्टीज किसकी, बेस क्लास दैट इज स्टूडेंट का. तो स्टूडेंट क्लास की प्रॉपर्टीज और मेथड्स इनडायरेक्टली क्या हुआ, मार्क्स क्लास के लिए भी अवेलेबल हो गए, बिकॉज ये मल्टी लेवल इनहेरिटेंस के टर्म में वर्क कर रहा है. दिस इज वर्किंग लाइक अ मल्टी लेवल इनहेरिटेंस. सो व्हेन यू विल एग्जीक्यूट दिस you can see the output Ajay UZ 170. So this is the example of multi-level. Here the level are multi-level. Understand everyone? Everyone understand what is now these three types of inheritance? First one is single inheritance, and second one is multiple inheritance, and third one is multi-level inheritance. Everyone understand?
Yes, sir.
No one has any doubt? किसी को कोई डाउट है इन तीनों में से? मल्टी लेवल समझ में आ गया? Everyone understand मल्टी लेवल इनहेरिटेंस? Okay. Now one problem arise when we have taken the example of single inheritance. Here this is the single inheritance in which we have first create person class. Suppose its ID is 10, okay, and name is Ajay, and suppose I want to initialize this class using its constructor. We had discussed constructor yesterday class. You understand what is the use of constructor? I had discussed this yesterday class. You know about a constructor? We had discussed in yesterday class. That is this type, special member function def init understand this? We had discussed yesterday class. What is the use of this?
Yes.
What is the use of this constructor? What is the use of this constructor? The use of constructor is to initialize the current class object. Whenever we create object, we want that object create with some specific values at the time of creation. जब ऑब्जेक्ट हम बना रहे हैं उस टाइम पे हम चाहते हैं कि ऑब्जेक्ट क्या है, कुछ वैल्यू से इनिशियलाइज हो जो हम चाह रहे हैं, what we want. So we had discussed detail in constructor yesterday topic, but the problem in case of inheritance, what problem? We are saying that in inheritance we acquire the properties in inheritance we get the properties and methods of base class into derived class. All the properties and methods of base class into derived class, but problem comes that constructor not inherited. Problem is that constructor is not inherited. मतलब that is not shared. In case of inheritance, constructor is not shared. So this is the problem I am showing you practically so that you will understand this. Suppose we have class A. Suppose I have taken one class A. Here I have taken one. Suppose I have one class add, and in this class I have one variable, and its value suppose I have given 10, and I have creating constructor, and in by constructor I want to give the value of A equals to 20, and by default value suppose I have given none. Okay, so and I have one method print def print val, and here I just print the value of A self dot A. Now I am taking other derived class add one. Suppose I have taken, and in this class I have inherit the add class. Suppose I am taking subtract class, and in this class I have another variable B, and its value is none, and here I have create constructor now here I am giving self dot B equals to, suppose I have given 30 value, and here also I am taking one method def print val1, and here I have just doing the print the value of B. So this is class B. Now I am creating the object of derived class obj equals to sub, that is derived class, and with the help of this obj dot I have called first print val method, and obj dot print val1 method. So when I am executing this, you can see the output of a is value is none, and b value is 30. Okay, but what about the value of a? I have initialized the value of a is 20. This is by the constructor. This is constructor of base class. In constructor of base class, what is the use of constructor? Use of constructor to initialize the current class object. So when this base class object will create, its initial value of a must be 20, but you can see the output is none. Why? Because दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम इन इनहेरिटेंस. ये प्रॉब्लम है इनहेरिटेंस में कि बेस क्लास का कंस्ट्रक्टर जो है वो इनहेरिट कंस्ट्रक्टर भी एक तरह से क्या मेंबर फंक्शन ही है डेफ, क्योंकि डेफ कीवर्ड से हम स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं. वी आर creating constructor also from def keyword. So def keyword is used to create function. This is a special function to initialize current class object, but here I can see that it is not initialized. Why? Because this is the problem of inheritance. So how we will remove this problem? We will use one special method, that is super method. So solution of this, we use super method function which will call base class constructor, We can understand this practically. Suppose here I have taken in derived class constructor, I have used super dot init. This is base class constructor. Now you can see output. The value of a is 20 now printing, and value of b already printing. So now with the help of this super function in derived class constructor, I have used super class function which will call the constructor of this base class. This is constructor of base class with the help of this super function. So this solution come with the help of super function. Without it, if I will not use this, you can see the initialization value of a is none. It is showing the value is none. It is the problem. So solution is that use super function to initialize the base class constructor in derived class. तो बेस क्लास के कंस्ट्रक्टर को ड्राइव क्लास में एक्सेस करने के लिए आप सुपर फंक्शन का यूज करेंगे. क्लियर अबाउट दिस? नाउ अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रॉब्लम एंड सॉल्यूशन ऑफ दिस प्रॉब्लम. ओके,
Yes, sir.
so this is the problem. We will discuss more questions based on this class and object topic tomorrow also. So I am closing the class lecture of today. Okay, if you have doubt you can ask to me. पूछना है कुछ? नो? ये लास्ट वाला टॉपिक समझ में आया है? लास्ट टॉपिक दैट use of super function. Now you understand use of super function? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so revise it. If you have doubts, do it practically also in your laptops. When you definitely you will come problems, so discuss with me tomorrow also. So I am closing this today lecture. So bye bye, take care.